Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're embarking on quite a journey, looking into the life and, well, the incredible music of one of India's truly iconic voices.
Manna Dey.
Exactly, Manna Dey. And our mission here isn't just about listing facts. We want to get into the why. Why was he so legendary? What made his place in Indian music so unique?
Mm-hmm.
And why does that voice still hit so hard today? You hear him called the singer-singer. We really want to unpack what that means.
And it's great material to work with, truly rich. We're talking about Prabodh Chandra Dey, that was his full name. Born May 1st, 1919 in Calcutta.
Right.
Passed away October 24th, 2013 down in Bangalore. So, I mean, his lifespan almost a century.
Wow.
And over 70 years of making music. What's really compelling is how his career tracks the whole evolution of modern Indian film music. He didn't just watch it happen, he was actively shaping it.
An architect, you could say?
In many ways, yeah. Adapting, innovating. He wasn't just a singer, he sort of embodied a whole musical era.
Okay, so let's dive into that journey, starting right at the beginning in Kolkata. Born to Purna Chandra Dey and Mahamai Dey.
Mm-hmm. A Bengali family.
Right. And here's the first kind of interesting twist. Our sources say he wasn't just about music early on. He was apparently really good at academics and sports, too, at Scottish Church Collegiate School and college.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. And get this, the family actually wanted him to study law.
Law! Manna Dey!
I know. Can you imagine a world where Manna Dey is arguing in court instead of, singing Laga Chunare Main Dog?
That's quite a thought. It really makes you appreciate the path he did take.
Doesn't it? It shows there was this moment, this potential turning point.
Well, that what if makes his actual path even more striking. Because what defined him, what all our sources point to, was that intense classical music training.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't just raw talent. He was shaped meticulously into this maestro. His first big influence, his mentor, was his uncle.
K.C. Dey. Krishna Chandra Dey.
Exactly. The renowned blind singer and music director. A giant figure himself.
Right.
But it didn't stop there. Manna Dey went on to learn from like a whole roster of masters. Ustad Dabir Khan, Ustad Aman Ali Khan.
From the Kirana Gharana.
Right, known for that melodic detail. And Ustad Abdul Rahman Khan from the Patiala Gharana.
Which is more about rhythm and power, yeah.
Exactly. Different schools, different approaches, these Gharanas. He absorbed all of it. This wasn't just learning songs, it was internalizing these deep musical philosophies. That's what gave him that incredible versatility later on.
So he's got this intense training, he's brilliant academically, but he moves to Bombay.
Yeah, following the music path.
But not straight into singing, right? He started as an assistant music director.
That's right, under his uncle, K.C. Dey again, learning
Yeah.
the ropes of the film industry.
And his actual playback debut, singing for an actor, was in 1942, a film called Tamanna.
Singing a duet with Soraya, no less.
Wow. But it wasn't like, boom, overnight stardom.
No, definitely not. It was a slow burn, a steady climb, building on that solid classical base he'd worked so hard on.
So what made him stand out in that Bombay scene? It must have been super competitive.
Oh, incredibly. But his edge was precisely that deep classical knowledge. He could fuse it with the modern film style in a way few others could.
How so?
Well, composers realized he could handle really challenging songs, stuff that needed serious technical skill, complex melodies, but still needed to connect emotionally for the movie.
Okay, got it.
He could deliver both. Think about his early work, Dubi Hazamin in 53, that had this earthy folk feel. Then Shri 420 in 55, much more lighthearted, popular. And then Piazza in 57, deep, philosophical, almost classical stuff.
Huge range right from the start.
Exactly. He wasn't just singing the notes, he was elevating the songs themselves. He was helping define the sound of that era, proving classical depth could absolutely work in popular cinema.
And from there, his status just grew and grew. Our sources keep saying he worked with practically everyone.
It's true. Think about the range of composers. Shankar Jaikishan, big, grand orchestrations.
Right.
Then S.D. Burman, more folksy, earthy. R.D. Burman, totally innovative, modern sounds.
And the classical masters, too, like Naushad.
Naushad, Madan Mohan, Salil Chowdhury. I mean, the list is incredible, being able to adapt to all those different styles.
It says so much about his musical intelligence, doesn't it? And just how much they valued his unique voice. How did he manage that, moving between those worlds?
I think it comes back to that core style. He could adapt without losing himself. He had this amazing knack for blending complex classical ragas into film melodies people could hum.
Making the sophisticated accessible.
Precisely. And he wasn't just one thing. He mastered semi-classical forms like thumri, devotional songs, even powerful qawwalis. Each needed a totally different approach.
And the duets.
Yeah.
Legendary stuff.
Oh, absolutely. His duets with Lata Mangeshkar, Asha Bhosle, Kishore Kumar, Muhammad Rafi, they're iconic.
Yeah.
It wasn't just sitting next to them, it was like a conversation. Often he'd handle the trickier, more classical-based parts, you know?
Complementing them.
Exactly. Elevating the whole song. He could shine without overshadowing, lifting his partners. That's a rare skill.
Okay, let's try and bring some of this music to life for you listening. We talk technique, but you really feel it in the songs.
Definitely.
Like Daimir Pyari Watan from Kabuliwala, 61. That patriotic depth.
Yeah.
It's more than singing, it's like a raw feeling.
Mm-hmm. So moving.
Or the pure classical beauty of Puchana Kaizime from Mary Surat Teryankin, 63.
A gem.
Then there's Laga Chinari Maindog, Dilhai Tohai, 63. Just pure soul-stirring emotion.
Incredible depth.
And then you have the fun side. Aimir Zora Jabin from Waqt, 65.
Classic.
Kazmi Vadi Pirawafa from Upkar, 67. The iconic duet, Yera PG Beji, with Lata Mangeshkar from Chori Chori, 56.
Magic, pure magic.
And Zindagi Kaisi Haipa Haley from Anand, 71. That philosophical touch, what strikes you about that range is just immense.
It really is.
And it wasn't just Hindi films. He sang across India, Bengali, Marathi, Gujarati, Canada, Malayalam, Assamese, Punjabi.
Yeah, that pan-Indian appeal is huge.
Adapting to each language, each culture.
Which raises that question again. How did one person manage all that? Across genres, languages, without, losing his core identity.
Right.
It has to be the training, yes, but also this deep respect for the music of each region. He wasn't just singing translated words.
He was getting the feel, the nuance.
Immersing himself. And his discipline was apparently legendary. Even late in life, he kept up his daily rayaz.
The classical practice.
Every day. Kept his voice sharp, his technique honed. It wasn't just skill. It was this profound understanding and respect for each musical tradition he touched.
And that dedication, that sheer talent, it was recognized big time.
Oh, yeah. The awards list is something else.
Padma Shri in 71, Padma Bhushan in 2005.
Yeah.
And the big one, the Dada Saheb Phalke Award in 2007.
India's highest cinema honor.
Plus 2 National Film Awards for Best Male Playback Singer. These weren't just trophies.
Yeah.
They felt like the whole country saying thank you.
An affirmation of his genius, absolutely. Recognized by critics, by the public, by the nation.
And behind the legend, there was a person too. Our sources mention his personal life a bit.
Yes, he married Sulochana Kumaran back in 1953. They had 2 daughters.
And spent his later years more quietly, in Bangalore.
Right. But even away from the Mumbai hustle, music was central. That daily riyaz continued, like this private connection to his life's work. And the sources do note the impact of his wife passing away in 2012. It was just a year before he passed, in 2013 at 94, after being ill for some time. Adds that human dimension, doesn't it?
It does. It grounds the icon a bit.
Yeah.
Now that title, Singer's Singer, that's really significant.
It really is. Such a powerful term.
It means the people who knew the craft best, his peers, other legends, they admired his technical skill deeply.
Exactly. In that golden era with voices like Rafi, Kishore, Manna Dey held this special place of respect. He was seen as like the benchmark for vocal control, for musicality.
Respect beyond just popularity, the kind of reverence fellow artists have.
Yeah. Earned by just consistently delivering at that incredibly high level.
So his legacy, it feels massive.
It's huge and multifaceted. He really did help bridge that gap between classical music and popular film songs.
Made complex stuff accessible without dumbing it down.
Perfectly put.
Yeah.
He showed you could have artistic depth and mass appeal. And crucially, his songs live on. They still inspire new singers, new musicians.
Yeah.
Exploring that rich Indian musical heritage. His influence is just woven into the fabric of it all.
So thinking about all this, what does it mean for you listening? Manna Dey holds this truly unique spot in Indian music history.
Yeah, chitin, no question.
Whose voice, with all that classical depth and modern feel, still resonates, still delights. If you haven't already, seriously, go listen. Experience that range, that beauty we've been talking about.
Yeah.
He was more than a voice. He was a cultural force.
And maybe a final thought to leave you with. Think about that journey again, from potentially being a lawyer
Right.
to becoming this classical master who completely reshaped popular music. It makes you wonder, doesn't it, how sticking to your true passion, even if it's not what's expected, how that dedication can lead to the deepest, most lasting legacy. His life wasn't just singing, it was this relentless chase for musical excellence. And look at the power that had. not just for him, but for the whole culture.
A reminder that sometimes the unexpected paths,
Yeah.
they lead somewhere extraordinary.